All right, so the pre-finale episode, the last episode before the finale, and what I was looking forward to the most was hearing from the pre-jury members. Janelle, Kaser, Bay, Keisha, Nicole A. Some of my favorite people, and I was just excited to hear their thoughts on what's going on. I know I follow Janelle and Kaser, so I see their side of things, but it was exciting to see all of them together on this episode. So yeah, pretty much know what happened. The first HOH, part 1 of the HOH comp. We still need to see part 2 and the final HOH and whatever. But I was excited to see how it all went down because I was surely very surprised to see who won. And I wanted to know what happened behind all of that. So let's get started on my thoughts. Enzo's montage of his journey this season pretty much showed that he has a pretty great social game, and that's pretty much what he has going for him. It did show that he did win comps, but his main attribute, his main pro for his game is the social aspect of things. I'm really interested to see if Cody wins the last HOH and chooses to take Nicole Franzel over Enzo. That would be nuts, and Enzo surely would regret his choice not to get Nicole Franzel out. And I would get some enjoyment out of that because I was so upset when he didn't make that move. Even if at the moment it wasn't the best move for him, I didn't care. As a viewer, I wanted it to happen for entertainment purposes. I really should have known that Cody was gonna win this all from that first HOH comp. Dominated that competition, and you know, he hasn't lost power this whole time. Okay, so what I mainly took away from Cody's segment was that he learned from his past mistakes. He learned that taking Derek, his loyalty, cost him that win, and he plans on not making the same mistake this time. So he's gonna pick the easier person to beat, which to me, I think from being in the game perspective, it would seem Nicole is the easier one to beat because she's already won before, and I don't necessarily think anybody wants a 2-time winner. Then again, Enzo really hasn't made any big moves. Yeah, he's won some comps and he has a great social game, but he hasn't really done much, and that's already been mentioned in the jury. So I'm interested to see where Cody's head is at. Nicole's segment doesn't make her any less unlikable. I like the fact that she has been the only female to win on finale night against a male. I think that's really awesome, but not enough. Just that whole segment of hers, I couldn't help rolling my eyes in some parts, and I did want her to win her second season against Paul. I did want that, but this time around, I don't want it. And she's just done stuff this season that I'm like, ugh. I understand that she makes for good TV, and you know, you have to give her some amount of props for making it this far, but that doesn't mean I have to like her. In Nicole's segment, we had to relive Ian's eviction, Janelle's eviction, and I just really didn't want to relive that. Just like in Enzo's, we had to relive Kaser's, and I'm just like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. It's already engraved in my mind. I don't want to see it again. And just having to see Nicole fake cry again and all that fakeness and dramaticizedness from Ian's eviction, I'm just like, ew. All right, so the whole pre-jury segment, they all look amazing, especially Bay. She was dressed so nice, and then you see the background that she has a really nice city view and all the tall buildings. She's really living her life. And of course, I was so happy to see Janelle and Kaser and Keisha, Nicole. Yeah, and love that Janelle was leading this. But, you know, we still got to hear from everyone and their thoughts on what's going on. And yeah, I pretty much agree. It's pretty much, you know, they're out of this house, so they get to see everything that's going on, and they're not in jury, so they have the advantage of getting the full picture of what's going on. Nicole A was defending Nicole F and giving her some amount of props, and Janelle was like rolling her eyes. Janelle's like, ew. She's like, Nicole's not a mastermind, guys. And yeah, I mean, it's true. The Weasel game isn't respected. It's just the way it is. And from what we've seen, Nicole really was laying low at the beginning, and then at the end now she's really come out. And that's how she plays the game. But I was just a little peeved when she was like, yeah, and I had to really work on my trust with Cody. I built that relationship. And it's like, you guys had a pre-existing relationship. I'm pretty sure they've said that their moms talk, and then there's Derek. So it's like, okay, we're not done. I love that the HOH comp was spooky, Halloween themed. That makes it all fun. Halloween is around the corner, so I like that. And of course, it was very corny when they were, you know, in full makeup and getup of zombies and they were coming out of the ground. But it's all in good fun, and I'm sure it was fun for them to get in the Halloween spirit. I love the touch of the specific tombstones for each of the house guests. Enzo's, of course, had to do with a cat. You know, he's a meow meow, so... And I think Nicole's was like a destination funeral because, you know, she's getting married, destination wedding. And I don't remember Cody's. So I was really, really wondering how Cody didn't win this endurance HOH. I did hear about what kind of HOH it was, and I was like, okay, this is tailored more towards smaller people, but Cody has proven to be good at a lot of things, like most things. So I was really wondering what happened with this, and I could see from the beginning that he was struggling. I just feel like standing on those little discs, it's so much easier for more petite people, and he was getting hit and bumping into stuff, so it was definitely rough for him. And Nicole looked extremely solid. She didn't use a lot of her arm strength in the beginning. She was wrapping her arms like this, and I think that's makes it a lot better because you're not holding yourself up and using your hands, your arms, so you don't get as tired, because at the end, you know, you're more than likely trying to hold yourself up even more. So if you were doing that in the beginning, it just gets worse. Cody almost fell twice and was able to recover. So his fall was a long time coming. Yeah, and of course, when I saw this competition, I was like, of course Enzo wouldn't be good at this. This is just not something for the meow meow. So yeah, Nicole won. Cody fell off, and he looked real good, even though he was full of all that goo and dirty and the makeup and whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but he looked good. But yeah, Nicole definitely deserved this one. And in the DR, she actually said she's not sure if she gets this final HOH who she would take. And I thought for sure she would take Cody no matter what. I don't know if this is just to throw us off and to make things more interesting, but it definitely got me thinking, like, has she realized that she won't win against Cody and Enzo would be a better bet? I'm just like, does she know that cutting Cody would guarantee her the win? Interesting. So I guess we'll see. I'm excited for Wednesday. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe.